1, 2, ready, go. So I didn't play that as cleanly as I wanted to because I didn't warm up ahead of time, but all the more reason to practice and stress the importance of warming up. So the song is Gone by Rosé. This was brought to me by a student of mine, and I'm so glad she brought it to my attention because it is such a cool guitar riff in a pop song. And it pretty much is this throughout the entire song, roughly. All right, so the song is in the key of F sharp or G flat. So I wrote it up here on the board in both ways. Ultimately, it is a 1, 5, 6, 4 pattern, meaning major chord, major chord, minor chord, major chord, and then we also throw in a diminished here at the end too. So in the key of F sharp, we would call the chords F sharp. This is the 1 chord. C sharp is the 4 chord. I'm sorry, the 5 chord. D sharp as the 6 chord, and B as the 4 chord. And then we diminish that one towards the end, but we'll cover what to do with that. Or if we're in the key of G flat, we call it G flat, D flat, E flat minor, and then B would still be the same. And then the chords are expressed, the second chord here, or chord number 5, is actually a slash chord. So C sharp over E sharp. I know you're going to say, hey, there's no such thing as E sharp, it's F, but in the key of F sharp, we don't want to call it F because we already have an F sharp. That creates confusion. But in the key of G flat, you would call it F. So you'd have G flat and then a D flat over F. So meaning I'm going to play that chord, but I'm not going to play the actual bass note. I'm going to change the bass note to the lower denominator of the fraction. All right, so basically the place I'm just playing major thirds, minor thirds, fifths, perfect fifths, and diminished fifths. So to start it off, that F sharp, I'm going to root it on the 5th string at fret 9. And then I'm going to play its major third, which is 1 string towards the ground and 1 fret towards the headstock, and that's going to be the 8th fret of string 4. I'm going to play those together. That's my F sharp. Then when I want to get to my next chord, the C sharp over E sharp, or the D flat over F, however you want to look at it, I'm just going to take that root note down 1 fret to fret 8 on string 5, and I'm going to minor that third by playing the 6th fret of string 4. So major third, minor third, major third, minor third. They're just 1 fret apart from each other. So here it's a minor third tonality. Then I'm going to take that minor third, move it 2 frets to the left, another minor third, that's my D sharp minor or my E flat minor. And then when I get to the B, I'm going to move that shape 2 frets to the left again. So now frets 4 and 2, and I'm going to flip flop those fingers. So the index finger is going to play the 2nd fret of string 5, ring finger is going to play the 4th fret of string 4. And then I'm going to lower that. So this is a root and a perfect 5th known as a power chord, and I'm going to flatten this 5th to make a diminished 5th. So I'm going to play the 3rd fret F note or E sharp note at string 4 to close it out. So again, F sharp, frets 9 and 8, and strings 5 and 4. Then essentially we'll call this an E sharp minor or an F minor, frets 8 and 6. Move it 2 frets to the left, frets 6 and 4. Move it 2 frets to the left, flip flop the fingers, frets 2 and 4. Flatten this note, frets 2 and 3. Putting in a rhythm with it, it's going to be a dotted 8th note into a 16th note and then a rest. So it goes 1, a 2, 3, a 4, 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 and. So on that last one with the diminish, I'm doing 3, and then I'm doing a 4 and by just playing strings 4, 5, 4. and the song is about 80 beats per minute. There's also this little lick in here, so we'll cover that in just a second. But let's do a play along just getting those chords down, or those harmonies down. So the song's at about 80 beats per minute, so I'm going to play along at 60 to get the feel. Ready, go. Play along at 80, and once you feel comfortable here, then we'll add in the sweet lick on top. Go. Sweet lick on top is just pentatonic bass. So when I get to this C sharp over E sharp or the D flat over F chord, however you want to look at it, I'm just going to add in 4 notes and then I'm going to octave them. And that was a part that I didn't play so cleanly before, so bear with me on this. So for those notes, once I'm playing that E sharp minor third or F minor third, once I'm in that position, we call it 6th position, first finger at the 6th fret, I'm going to play the 8th fret of string 3 to the 6th fret, and then on string 4, the same thing, 8th fret to the 6th fret. So once I come off the first chord, next, ultimately, it sounds cool to play, and it is played as octaves. So instead of just going, I want to find the octaves of those notes. So when I play the 6th fret of string 3, its octave is going to be 2 strings towards the ground and 3 frets towards the body, because we have to go from the G string past the B string, which changes the shape from a normal octave, which is just 2 frets apart from each other. I'm going to slide into that 8th fret, so then I'll be playing the 8th fret of string 3 and the 11th fret of string 1. And blocking out the string in between with the tip of with my index finger. And then I'm going to do that same move between strings 4 and 2. That one up, I need to practice it a little more because I was not playing it cleanly in that riff. So I'm going to try it both ways, 60 beats per minute and 80 beats per minute. So at 60, 2, ready, go. Practice that octave jump. Just not getting it today. Hopefully you can do better than I'm doing it today. Alright, so here's 80. Ready, go. Here I won't do the octaves. Still sounds pretty good. Bring the octaves back in. second to last time with those octaves. I feel like I got it much better. But again, all the more motivation to practice, repeat, warm up. Just know if you get it one day, you might not get it as well the next day. Just takes a little reminding, warming up. All right, so I hope you have fun with this one. I know I did. And come back and see me for some more videos. Like, share, subscribe. Hit me up if you want some information on some private lessons or if you have any specific requests. And come see me next time. Have fun.